Hello everyone. I'm here at a restaurant called Pepper Lunch in a mall called Century City Mall in Makati, Manila, the Philippines. And I specifically ordered their main dish, which is called just beef pepper. The ink is a bit low on this receipt, but anyway, so I got basically the signature dish they have here. And Pepper Lunch is originally from Japan, but now it's in a lot of other countries. And I'm going to show you my delicious meal. And this is now my second foodie video, and this one goes well as well. It's my last one. I think I'll make a lot more. Okay, so with this food, it comes with a skillet, and the skillet is already very hot, and basically you have to cook it yourself. So right now I am moving the meat around a little bit to cook it some more. So they already cook it a little bit before they give it to you. At least they the rice is already cooked and the corn and so on. Mainly it's the meat that's not cooked, or not cooked very well, but it's cooked a little bit. So normally I take, not sure, maybe at most, let's say 3 minutes or so to cook it. Okay, so maybe I didn't mention this already, but this meal, specifically the beef pepper, this is basically beef with rice and corn, and it's a little bit spicy, and there's, I don't know exactly the ingredients they use, but there is, seems like pepper, and maybe some other spicy stuff. Okay, so I'm going to cook this for a little bit longer, and then I'll start to eat. And as I mentioned, this is called Pepper Lunch, and right now the restaurant's a bit busy, so I'm in kind of a corner, so I can not be filming other people. Okay, so as I mentioned, it's called Pepper Lunch, and in the middle there is Japanese, I think. Japanese script, and basically they give you napkins and a little bit of silverware. Okay, so, and I have had Pepper Lunch at Science Park in Hong Kong. Science Park is in Sha Tin, Hong Kong. I've also had it in Cyberport, and Cyberport is on Hong Kong Island, closest to Kennedy Town MTR station, if you want to go to an MTR station. But anyway, I'm here in Century City Mall in Manila, and this basically is the same, exactly the same, except in Hong Kong I think they give you, if I remember correctly, they give you a drink and maybe the option of a soup, but here I didn't get the option of a drink or soup. You had to pay more for it. Okay, so I think this looks about ready. Let's see here. Yeah, this does look about ready. So I'm gonna eat it and give you commentary. Okay, so it's super delicious. I love eating here. So you can definitely taste the cooking oil, but it's pretty tasty. And yeah, so I just absolutely love this basically fried rice beef and corn. And I think it's a great concept. So relatively cheap food, super tasty, and you cook it yourself. You mainly cook the meat yourself. Okay, so here's a bit of the beef that's cooked. And I suppose it would be interesting to go to a pepper lunch in Japan, since that's where it's from, but I've only had it in Hong Kong and now here. And anyway, but I bet that it would taste the same. Yeah, so it's still super delicious. So now I'm using a spoon because it's easier to scoop up, and the skillet is oily, so at times it's hard to use fork to scoop up stuff. Anyway, super delicious. And the texture of the rice now just tastes great. With the skillet, the cooking oil, and just everything about it is really quite great. Oh, forgot to mention, I've had this now in at least 3 places in Hong Kong. First was Science Park, first was Cyberport, second was Science Park, and the third place I can remember now is it was a mall in Whampoa in Kowloon. Anyway, so now I'm here in the Philippines, but this tastes just about the same, pretty much exactly the same. So I definitely don't work for this restaurant company, but highly recommend the food. It's super delicious. Pepper lunch is super delicious. And I made a previous video where I tour around this mall, and you can, I'll link to that in this video. But basically this mall again is called Century City Mall, and it's quite nice. It's in an area called Century City in Makati, Manila, and this is quite a posh area of Manila. Somebody just gave me water. Pretty happy about that. Now, probably about halfway done, but I just love to take a bit longer and let my taste buds enjoy it a bit more. Having been on the skillet, the rice is a bit crisper, but yeah, I love the taste, like just very unique taste. Somehow how this skillet and their cooking oil, just a really unique taste that's super delicious. So I guess technically you would say this is Japanese food, but I would probably call it modern Japanese food, in that I don't think it's traditional at all, but it's, you know, made originally in Japan, so I guess you'd call this Japanese food. Okay, so we're almost done. We're probably 60% done. And still gives me lots of pleasure to eat this. So this meal, it cost me, unfortunately the ink is a bit bad on this receipt, but it cost me 220 pesos, which is probably about $4 US, which for me is not too bad. Yes, this still getting a lot of pleasure from eating this. So as I mentioned, I would call this Japanese food because it's originally from Japan. But I often, so I like a lot of Japanese food, but because I don't eat seafood, I don't eat sushi. So, but definitely I love this. All right, well, I'm almost done. Gosh, this is great. So if you're ever in Hong Kong or Japan or at this mall in Philippines, Pepper Lunch is a place I would definitely recommend because I think it's got super delicious food. And you can see here, the ink is a bit better for this one. So I got beef pepper rice. And I'm just gonna finish this water up a bit. Oh, another thing I forgot to mention is Pepper Lunch. Often, they always come with some kind of special sauces. This here is, I guess this is honey brown sauce, but in this video I didn't use any of that. This is garlic sauce. From what I remember, I didn't like the taste of garlic sauce, so I didn't use any of these sauces. But the meal itself, without any sauces, is good enough for me. So, alright, so I'm going to end this video by showing you the outside of this restaurant. And I hope, just show you a bit more. And then I'll end the video there. So, show you a bit of this here. And they did actually give me chopsticks, but I didn't use any of the chopsticks. Thank you. Thank you. So here's the outside menu. You want to be in my video? Yes. So I make YouTube videos. Okay, so this is Pepper Lunch, and yes. What is your name? Romel.
Romel, yes.
Justin, great. You had a great meal, and Tan. So also great meal. So good job, everyone.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Japanese.
Japanese yan.
Very good. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. So I hope you enjoyed that video, my second foodie video. If you could give a thumbs up, I would appreciate it. And if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be much appreciated. And finally, if you want to comment, feel free to do so. Okay, thank you.